that grinds just as hard as you do. That hiring partner is LinkedIn Jobs. LinkedIn makes it easy to post your job for free, share it with your network, and get qualified candidates that you can manage all in one place. Their new feature can help you write job descriptions and then quickly get your job in front of the right people. Either post your job for free or pay to promote. Promoted jobs get 3 times more qualified applicants. At the end of the day, the most important thing to your small business is the quality of candidates. And with LinkedIn, you can feel confident that you're getting the best. Find out why more than 2.5 million small businesses use LinkedIn for hiring today. Find your next great hire on LinkedIn. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/Kim. That's linkedin.com/Kim to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply. Do it today. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/Kim.
Talkback is sponsored by The Clinics. With 27 providers and 3 locations, someone can see you today.
It's Talkback, Central Louisiana's longest-running talk show. Whether it's the guests or the callers, Talkback is where Central Louisiana begins its conversation.
Hey, good morning, everyone, and welcome on into Talkback here on your Friday morning. I'm Al Quartermont, along with the one and only Stephen Maxwell. We hope you guys are ready for a great Friday of talk here on Talkback at 442-8255 on the BOM Bank Talk Line. Good morning.
Good morning. How's it going?
Good. It is Friday, August 1st. Can you believe we only have 5 months left in the year?
Oh, I know. You know what August says to me?
August says to me about 500 new laws in the state of Louisiana.
Oh my goodness. I was going to say hurricanes, but I'd rather talk about that.
I thought you were going to say football.
Oh, they did have football last night. That was great.
Did you watch any of it?
No, but I saw some highlights.
Okay.
I saw the instant replay virtual measurement.
Right.
So that's cool, I guess. I'm going to miss the chain gang, though.
That's what everyone's saying.
That stinks. No, I don't like it after all.
Takes the people out of the game.
They're taking people out of taking jobs away.
They need to eliminate that and give the job back to you, the people.
Give it to the people of football.
That's right. But your boy, Trey Lance, looked great last night.
For the
Chargers.
Really?
Yeah, he's the backup for the Chargers now.
Yeah.
Former Cowboys backup.
Well, we got Cooper Rush. Forever.
He is like a perennial Cowboy now.
That is the best job to have, is like a forever backup.
Clint Longley.
Okay.
Remember that name?
Yeah. Wasn't he a Saint?
No. He was a backup for Roger Staubach. And
that's the
Thanksgiving game with Staubach.
And he punched him in the Didn't he punch somebody in the face?
I don't know if he did that, but I know he had like a incredible performance. I think it was on a Thanksgiving Day game.
Against the Redskins.
Yeah.
I'm getting people mixed up.
I don't know that he punched someone. He could have.
Who's that backup quarterback for the Cowboys who took over one game? They punched somebody, and it was a whole. Maybe it was in the 80s.
I'm trying to remember that one.
Like the years where the Cowboys kept making the championship series, and the championship game couldn't win it. Anyway, we'll figure that out.
You're not thinking Danny White.
No, not him. He might have been Danny White's backup.
Could have been.
No. I don't know. What were we talking about?
There was one?
Taking out the people of football?
Yeah, the virtual measurements.
What is baseball doing again? They're doing balls and strikes reviews.
Next year, they're going to move to what they call the ABS system. Can't come fast enough for me. But basically, if the pitcher or the hitter feels as if the umpire missed the call, they have a way to appeal that. And it goes up to the booth, and it only takes a few seconds. So that's good. It doesn't really slow down the game. They toyed with it during spring training, and it seemed to go really well. Now they use it down in AAA. In fact, the Brewers have a hitter. Last year when they called him up, he was so used to it, and he has such a great eye that he kept getting called out on called strike threes that were actually not strikes, but he didn't have a way to appeal it. So
I don't like it.
I do.
Why?
because there are too many bad umpires these days.
No, human error makes it fun.
There was a guy the other night, I think it was the Orioles game. The ball was literally right down the middle. Like middle as they call it. Middle of the zone, top to bottom, left to right. He didn't even call it a strike.
There was one, he called 3 strikes in a row, and they were all obviously outside of the strike zone.
Yes, it happens.
But that's what makes it fun. Hey, baseball is weird like that, man.
Yeah.
You had the announcer for the Cubs. No, was it the Cubs? And he's like, going, and it went foul, but it was obviously a home run. And
yeah. That did
Kerry Carey's grandson.
That was, Chip Carey.
Yeah. So. That's what makes it fun.
You're right. There's the factor of human error.
Yeah.
And don't get me in trouble with our umpire guy. Going to call again. Get mad.
Oh, man.
I just feel like if we can use technology to improve our lives in other areas, why not use it in sports?
It's the mark of the beast, if you ask me.
So that next time we'll know it was a catch.
I gotcha. I knew you were going to bring that up.
I always do.
But I wouldn't.
Your favorite moment.
Yeah, we would have lost the next game anyway.
Think so?
Yeah. Human error prevented us from being disappointed for longer.
Having a greater disappointment.
Man.
As they say.
Speaking of athletics.
Yeah?
The presidential fitness test.
Yeah.
And brought in Lawrence Taylor. And, I say a lot of things that I don't like, but that's stuff I do like. Like, we need the president to mandate that all children have to spend most of their day outside. We need to do something,
We've got to get kids a little more healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
And busy with good stuff,
Yeah.
Not just sit on your phone all day.
Right.
God, I sound old. But I think that's a big factor, and we're seeing, like, depression with social media. Like, we need to get outside. You need to get your vitamin D. You need to be active. I'm happiest when I'm just working all the time and doing things, I mean, maybe that's not everybody.
Right.
But when you be busy, when you be at least somewhat physically fit, maybe the president will get on a plan as well. But hey.
I mean, he plays golf quite a bit.
Yeah, that's real physically demanding.
But if you're out there, well, I was going to say, if you walk the course, you're out there walking. Otherwise, you're just taking the cart. But you still have some steps you're getting in there.
He just needs to stop with the fast food.
Yeah.
It's not good for you.
He loves his McDonald's.
I do too.
But I mean, look he's close to 80 and he's still in fantastic shape overall. He just has a little bit of that swelling of the ankles, which the media obsessed over.
Well, I don't know if he's in fantastic shape, Let's be honest.
I mean, for his age, he is.
Maybe. I would say Obama was in shape. This isn't partisan.
Yeah, well, he was way younger, though.
Well,
he was
I know
in
that.
his 40s when he was president.
No, I'm just saying still.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not... I'm glad that he put that in place. That's all I'm trying to say.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Did you see the clip, though, with Lawrence Taylor?
No, I did not.
Okay, well, I'll have to see if I can find it for you. Meanwhile, here's kind of a cool clip. So Cam Ward was the top pick in the draft this year. And he's a Tennessee Titan. And I guess they asked him at football camp, how hard it is. How is it hard to make it through? And this was his answer.
I'd say yes, sir. I've grown up, watched my dad wake up at 4:30 doing a job he didn't like. So, if I can't wake up early and do what I need to do for a job I do like, I shouldn't be playing football. And that goes for everybody in the locker room. If you can't have the expectation for yourself that you want to be whether a good or a great player and want to put the work in, I just think that's how it should go. I just think good things only come to those who work.
Oh, I love that answer.
Man, I wish we could have drafted him. The Cowboys.
Yeah.
Dadgum.
I really, really like that young man.
He was the most under the radar first pick, though.
Yes. No, I agree. Yeah. He's not a household name by any means. Played at Miami. And there was a video that was kind of going around right around the time of the draft where he was at some sort of quarterback camp or whatever, and Shedeur Sanders, Deion Sanders' kid, was there, and Deion Sanders' kid, Shedeur, was asking Ward if he had his own YouTube channel or whatever. He's like, no, man, I'm a football player. I don't worry about YouTube.
Dude, don't even get me started on it.
Yeah.
Deion Sanders is the only Cowboy that I just don't like.
Really?
I just don't like him.
Really?
Like, and I get we all got to market ourselves, and this isn't me being like, putting people down that are successful. It's just not my cup of tea. You know, I don't like acting like that. But they did this. I don't watch random college football games ever, but I watched there. So I guess it worked.
Oh, well. Hey.
I would sit there and watch Nebraska and Colorado. Like I cared.
That used to be the game back in the day, like in the 90s.
Well, yeah, but my favorite game in a long time was Colorado State from like 2 years ago.
I remember that one.
That was fun.
Yeah, yeah.
But I was wanting them to lose so bad.
Oh, I know.
But Colorado State was kind of cocky too.
They should have won that game too, Colorado State.
Yeah, it's good marketing. I get it. It's just
my
not
favorite
thing.
was Norm Macdonald at the ESPYs this year, talking about Shedeur Sanders getting his number retired, and talking about people say he's entitled, but you know when you go 13-12 for your career and you almost win that what was it that like the Alamo Bowl or something like that, like it was so perfect. Not Norm Macdonald. He wasn't the host obviously because he's not alive. Who was the host? It was
the guy from SNL.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about. Shane Gillis?
Shane Gillis, yeah.
So, the thing with Shedeur Sanders, not really a big fan either. However, I wish he'd have went to like a non-dysfunctional franchise so he could at least have a shot if he did badly or poorly. It would be because he did poorly, not because he went to the Browns. Then he might do well. It's
like Johnny Manziel.
Yeah, it's just so dysfunctional.
Yeah.
Like some organizations just can't.
Like they were saying the Browns owner was not on board with them picking him.
Well, they can't make money by winning. They need excitement in other ways. Johnny Manziel, Shedeur Sanders, those
but
type
I think
picks.
Shedeur is emblematic of a lot of the younger generation when it comes to sports. They just get excited kind of about the here and now without any context of, it's like when every semester in my speech class, I have at least one student who does his informational speech on why LeBron James is the GOAT. I'm like, he's not the GOAT.
You don't think he's the best ever?
No, not even
who's
close.
the best basketball player
Michael
ever?
Jordan, easily.
Okay, I agree with that.
Easily.
I'm just joking.
I don't even know if I put LeBron in the top 3 or 4.
Who would you have as your top 3 or 4?
I would go, in terms of who impacted the game, I would go Michael Jordan, Kareem, Kobe Bryant, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, then LeBron.
I don't know, LeBron. I mean,
I would
grew
put
up
any of those guys in a one-on-one against LeBron.
That's fine. I just saying, like, I grew up with LeBron. I don't really like him either.
Yeah.
But it's like he did.
I mean,
elevate the game.
He was the greatest player of this generation. I'll give that.
Yeah.
But even then, Kobe was better.
Probably.
Yeah.
I could see that.
He was like Michael. He'd cut your heart out and feed it to you.
Yeah, I get it. I'd say both of those are better. I don't know if Larry Bird's better.
I hated Jordan when he was a player because they were opposing the Bucks.
Yeah. And Kareem's good too. Those are all good picks.
Yeah. And I didn't even put Will Chamberlain in there.
Wilt Chamberlain, great. But he played against a bunch of athletes that were obviously subpar to him. Let's be honest.
Will was still playing like pickup games when he was 50 at the UCLA.
I believe it. I'm not saying he wasn't good. I'm just saying. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
You're saying he was playing against a bunch of white guys back then.
Well, it was just different. If you watch like the 1950s,
it was.
This is different.
But he still was good into his older age in the 70s.
Oh, he was. He was fantastic.
The guy was just a freak athlete.
I don't know if we put him above. They're just different players, him and LeBron.
Oh, like totally.
Completely different.
I mean, LeBron physically is a prototype, but mentally, I'm not going there.
Yeah, he's a little whiny.
Yeah, just a tad. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back with your calls. I saw some of you were trying to call in while we're talking here, but we'll get to you. Be patient.
Phone lines were lit up.
Yeah. So right after this.
Talkback is sponsored by The Clinics with 27 providers and 3 locations. Someone can see you today. Stick around. More of Talkback is on the way.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Airbnb is considering a loyalty program tied to its services offerings. The chief business officer told Bloomberg that there are no imminent plans for a loyalty program, but said the company has a lot of the tools and elements that would make such a program compelling. Airbnb revamped its business of tours and travel activities in May, introducing new services like hiring a private chef. The business chief said that if the company launches a loyalty program, they would like it to be unique, not just points for dollars. U.S. investors are watching for the July July jobs report this morning. President Donald Trump unveiled a list of new tariffs just ahead of his August 1st deadline, and shares of Amazon are under pressure after projecting weaker than expected operating income and trailing the sales growth of its cloud rivals. But Apple shares were moving higher ahead of the opening bell. The company reported its fastest quarterly revenue growth in more than 3 years. Futures are lower this morning. Gina Cervetti, Bloomberg Radio.
If you'd like to take part in the show today, call the BOM Bank Talk line at 442-8255. That's 442-TALK. And remember, if you're looking to purchase or refinance your home, call Christina Bagwell at the BOM Bank Mortgage Department at 448-2430.
To take part in the show, call 442-8255. That's 442-TALK. 970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYO. Now back to Talk Back.
Proud to be on this team. I don't know why. I don't know what we're supposed to be doing, but I'm here to.
Oh, sorry about that. I accidentally cut it off. But that was Lawrence Taylor speaking at the president's news conference yesterday, announcing the presidential fitness thing. He said, I'm not really sure why I'm here or what we're doing, but I'm here to serve you, President Trump.
When you get old and you're just like that, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Like, you just say what you think.
Yeah. So they had some of the other people there. There were Harrison Butker, the kicker from the Kansas City Chiefs.
Well, of course.
Who was controversial because some of the comments that he made about traditional roles of men and women.
Yeah.
And then also Triple H, Paul Levesque, who is now the head of WWE.
Oh, okay.
One of the all-time great wrestlers.
Wrestling's my new favorite sport. After the mini wrestling.
Bryson DeChambeau was there. Trump loves that guy. That's like his boy.
Who's that again?
He's a golfer.
Okay.
He's one of the top current golfers.
I gotcha.
Bryson DeChambeau. So, yeah, so President Trump signed an executive order yesterday bringing back the presidential fitness test to public schools. I like it. I think kids need to be more active.
No, he need to get different people. You need to get like David Goggins.
David Goggins?
He's that former Navy SEAL who's online. Like, he runs like 100 miles every other day.
Okay.
I'm kind of joking. You know who David Goggins is? He's like, carry the boats. He's like super famous. He's like the red pill guy on social media.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I've probably
I'll look
seen
it up
him.
for you.
Yeah.
And like Rich Froning, you know, he's big into MAGA, top CrossFitter.
Okay.
Like, he just actually lets put programs in place to help people. That would be the perfect people. Just saying.
He could have got some of the UFC guys too.
UFC, they're in great shape.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And they love Trump.
I don't know what Lawrence Taylor's going to do at his age and football injuries, but
of course the Trump opponents are posting about Lawrence Taylor, his checkered past with some of his legal issues and everything.
Whatever.
But
they always find something from somebody.
Of course. All right, let's go to the phones. They've been waiting patiently. Good morning. You're on Talkback.
Good morning.
Good morning.
A little call to underscore fitness.
Mm-hmm.
And so anyway, tomorrow morning is first Saturday of the month, and that ties in with the breakfast at Bulow. So you could stop by for a very, very good fitness breakfast at the Experimental Aircraft Association clubhouse. And so a balanced breakfast for $10. Pretty hard to beat.
All you can eat, right?
What is it? What do y'all do?
Well, we just serve a breakfast for folks that are interested.
Gotcha.
We usually have, we may serve 100 or so.
Wow.
That's about what we've been doing recently, of folks that like to stop by, like right now, why we would be serving breakfast tomorrow from roughly 7:30 to 9:30.
Awesome.
And for the ambiance of the deck and so on, why it's a great place to stop by for all they want to eat and drink for breakfast.
All right. Thanks so much for letting us know.
Yep.
Yeah, just wanted to let everybody know. Thank you.
Always that first Saturday. Thank you so much.
You know what my favorite kind of fitness is?
What's that?
Fitting this food in my mouth.
You eat relatively healthy? I hear you brought the donuts today, though.
I mean, I eat okay. I wouldn't say overly healthy. I would say it's like a 60-40 healthy.
That's not bad.
Sometimes if I need to do like some sort of fitness thing coming up, I'll do like 80-20.
Okay.
But it's like 60-40. Because you go crazy if you don't like eat pizza once in a while, if you don't eat burgers, you know. The Bear Claw I just had. Love a good Bear Claw.
How was the Bear Claw? What other kind of donuts do you have in there?
I got jelly filled, sprinkle, maple.
Oh.
Maple is my favorite. Bear Claw is my second favorite. Donut holes are my third favorite.
Wow.
And, yeah. Good maple donut.
I'm going to have to make a run to the break room.
I might get another one, too. Donuts are my weakness.
All right, back to the phones. Good morning, you're on Talkback.
And so donuts for breakfast.
Sometimes.
Oh, yeah. It's I had steel cut oatmeal with some honey and blueberries and bacon.
I had the house. I had ground beef with eggs scrambled in it, and like that fat-free cheese. So you get like 40 grams of protein right there, and then I'm gonna have my donuts.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
that's a balanced meal.
My go-to breakfast every morning is about probably 12 ounces of raw milk with collagen, protein powder, and cacao powder.
That's good.
Yeah.
You know, collagen, I started taking that one time.
Yeah.
My nails were growing like crazy.
I know.
Couldn't keep up with it.
Makes your hair grow fast, too.
It didn't help me.
Dang.
That didn't help me.
Well, yeah. Wait, I thought you did cucumber.
Celery
cucumber
juice. I used to do that for a while.
Celery juice.
Yeah, I did that for a while, but after a while, started feeling a lot more inflammation, and I started kind of reading up on it. And when you're kind of taking in vegetables at that level, the vegetables have some sort of a component to them that are kind of like a defense mechanism that if it builds up in your body, it can cause inflammation.
Yeah, that's why I'll never be a vegetarian.
Correct.
Yeah.
Don't get me started on vegetarianism. Lord have mercy. But yeah, and all that fiber too, and it kind of gives you that gastrointestinal distress if you drink and eat too much vegetables too. That gets me every time.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Maybe. What restaurant are you shooting a video for next?
Trios. I had a video I posted yesterday. Trios is off Versailles in Alexandria. I kind of like me and Chad, who is the GM here. We were talking, and it's like between Diamond Grill and Spirits. It's kind of that vibe. It's really nice.
Yeah.
Great local owners, and they got a smoked old fashioned that I'm gonna have to go get. I know you and Al won't get that, but I like a good old fashioned.
Yeah. Man, I wonder if they have a smoked cucumber, smoked celery drink.
That's right.
Smoked celery
for you.
I wonder if they could try that.
Interesting.
They might be listening. They could try. That'd be the world's first smoked celery drink, probably.
You saying your celery drink? Al's not interested, I guess.
No. But hey, you're talking about CrossFit. I was in some of those women in there who do CrossFit. They look like they could beat me up.
They probably could.
I know. It's like, yeah.
Not to get in the weeds of this, I'll do my heavy lift of like a power clean or something, and then they're like, that's like what they cycle for like 20 reps. Some of the women they have in the CrossFit Games, so they're very strong.
All right, thanks, Brian. Thanks for the call this morning. Let's take another one. Good morning, you're on Talkback.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We all should be on the Walton and Johnson program. You know what that means? What that one is for exercise, right?
The Walton and Johnson program for exercise.
Yeah. Eat less, move around more.
Eat less, move around more. Okay. All right.
Hey, here's one for y'all for breakfast. Jorge Rancheros.
Oh.
I like that.
Yeah, and if you're really on vacation, you can have a mimosa to go with it.
That's what I'm saying. A little morning margarita.
Then go snorkeling to burn it off.
There you go.
Are you saying on you're on vacation or something right now?
Oh no, I'm not. I mean, I do go on a cruise every 14 days. When I wake up for half of my life. When I wake up, first thing I do when I walk outside with my coffee is I see water in every direction out in the Gulf of Mexico.
Oh yeah.
Somebody's got to produce America's oil.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I got you. Well,
But-
that's good.
Yeah, no, my wife and I are hoping to get to North Carolina this fall, and my son and his wife live up there, and
Oh, nice.
they're actually in eastern North Carolina, not too far from the coast. They're about an hour east of Raleigh-Durham area, but we're hoping to meet them over there in western North Carolina, and maybe go rafting and zip lining.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
That sounds
And of course, that time of the year, it'll be absolutely gorgeous up there.
Yep. Yeah.
Nice area.
I mean, it is one beautiful area up there, and you can drive for miles along some of those winding roads, and then all of a sudden, boom, there's a house. And you go over the mountain, and you go down into the valley, and then, here's a little town. And when I say a little town, it might not even have a stoplight.
Wow. Like Mayberry.
Like my town.
Yeah, wasn't Mayberry set in North Carolina?
Mm-hmm. It was, yes.
Oh, okay.
I remember a few years ago on CBS Sunday Morning, Ted Koppel visited the little town that basically Mayberry was based on. They didn't film it there. They filmed it in Hollywood, of course, but the town that it kind of was based on. And they lean into it, like they've got the old police cars and a guy dressed up like Barney and all that kind of stuff.
Well, I'm not. What town is that? Is it in the mountains or is it in the Piedmont area? Or?
Oh, I'd have to look up the story. I don't really remember. I just remember them doing a story about it. But we can do some research.
There you go.
I heard about Mayberry more this week than I have in a long time.
Really?
What one of your previous callers, Bill, was saying there will be the breakfast this weekend, and it's pancake, sausage, biscuits. I say pancake, sausage, biscuits, grits, and gravy.
You know, my favorite breakfast of all time is white gravy with biscuits, some bacon on the side.
Bacon on the side?
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, in July or early July, when the rust and peaches come out, you do the rust and peaches with a little bit of cinnamon and sugar.
Oh, yeah, not bad.
Man,
that sounds
good. The town in North Carolina is Mount Airy. Mount Airy, North Carolina.
Okay. It must be in the mountains if they're calling it Mount, huh?
That I don't know. But if you go on YouTube and search Fans Return to Mayberry, a town that never was, it's the Ted Koppel story where he visits it. And it was back in 2022. And of course, he kind of dives into some of the political things and how Mayberry, might have been perfect for the white people, but not necessarily for the black people.
Wait a minute. Didn't they had some black characters in the show?
They did, yeah. And they talk, he does reference that you see some in the show, but, yeah. But they're always going to go there, aren't they?
Well, I will tell you that when you get into the mountains of North Carolina, there is not a whole lot of black people.
Yeah. It's about a 13-minute story. But it's actually, Koppel, I always respect him as a journalist. He did a good job with the story overall. And a lot of the people there that were touring it were Trump reporters, so he was asking them questions as well. But, yeah.
All right. Well, y'all have a good weekend.
You too, my friend. All right. We need to take a break, and we'll be right back.
KSYL. Got a big day ahead of you? Then it's best to fuel up with some of Sinlaw's best at Bricado's restaurant. Walk right in and just smell that home-style cooking. Place your order, take a seat, and do breakfast right till 9:30 this morning. Get fresh biscuits, eggs any way you like them, melt-in-your-mouth pancakes, grits, hash browns, sausage, bacon, even wraps and sandwiches. And don't forget their fresh brewed coffee. Bricado's Restaurant, 28 West, right across from the Coliseum. Your breakfast is waiting for you.
970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYL. To take part in the show, call 442-8255. That's 442-TALK. Talk back.
Yeah, speaking of breakfast, we just have that ad for Bricado's, which always creates that mental picture
So good, isn't it?
Yeah. A lot of good breakfast place around here.
Mm-hmm.
The little nooks or whatnot.
Went to Nova's a couple weeks ago. That was good. New place in Pineville.
Yeah.
Mercado's is staple. You like Century Grill? I do
Drug.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's Pit Grill.
Pit Grill? Haven't been there in a while.
No.
It's been a while.
I remember going there when you were in college.
Yeah.
A few times.
Really? Maybe like once or twice.
Yeah,
we weren't we were Huddle Housers.
Yeah, that's true. Back when Huddle House was in the location that Nova's is at right now.
Because we were mostly in Pineville.
Right.
Yeah, good breakfast places.
Yeah. Now I'm hungry. We're just talking too much food here this morning. All right, so alerts to drivers today. If you're driving slow in the left lane, beware. You could be facing some fines and even stiffer penalties if you persist in doing that. $150 for the first offense, $250 and $350 for subsequent offenses. And yeah, so you don't want to drive in the left lane slow.
Jay Luno, our state senator, authored that bill.
He did.
And it's one of those things, like it seems nice, but you don't know how much they're actually going to enforce it, you know.
Yeah.
But,
I'll tell you what they need to enforce, because it happened again this morning. Just people driving stupidly fast when the traffic's already a lot of times going 3, 4, 5 miles an hour above the speed limit. You know, they call that the flow of traffic. So I'm coming in on that typical 165 route heading, but when you're coming in from Pineville, from like Kings Country area or Kingsville area, and you're coming in, it kind of merges down to one lane temporarily before it goes back to 2 lanes right past like Bulow and everything. And I can see, and I'm in the right side where I'm getting ready to merge, and I can see this guy flying behind me.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, okay, there's not enough space for him to get past me. He's going to have to slow down. Nope. Keeps going, and so I have to swerve off the road, essentially.
Oh, no.
So I honked at him. Here's the crazy part. The whole rest of the drive, including to where I turn right at that road where the Starbucks is.
Yeah.
He was either right in front of me, side by side, and then when I turned, he was one car behind me.
Yeah.
So it gained him no advantage whatsoever.
Did nothing, yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
That could be a little hairy spot, too. When you're
Yeah.
on 165 at the Bulow.
Right.
I guess you call it Bulow Crossing.
Just don't be stupid. And then there was another car right before that where they were trying to cross over the lane to get from one side to the other, and they tried to be in a hurry, and he goes and crosses it, but the problem was there was another car already waiting at that crossover spot, so he's literally sticking halfway out onto the road. So I had to swerve because I knew the car next to me was going to have to swerve to avoid a side collision.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, he swerved too. So if I hadn't swerved, he would have swerved right into me. And I'm like, what is this? What is wrong with people?
People can be crazy in the morning.
Oh my gosh.
Everyone thinks they're in a hurry.
And then as I look back, behind us, there were literally no cars. The guy could have waited 10 more seconds and it would have been fine.
Yeah. Well, and I will say this too, and this isn't I'm not doing a criticism here, but Alexandria's road system with the service roads, it can get kind of hairy.
Oh, definitely.
And it just...
Yeah, I've never
not ideal.
Seen anything like that before.
I heard there was a history behind it.
Really?
So like MacArthur Drive this is what I was told, was like the military traffic, and then the side roads were for civilian traffic during the MacArthur Drive, World War II stuff. So that's what I've heard.
Okay, maybe so.
Yeah.
Also starting today, no handheld phones while driving. Under Act 288.
Means you can't hold a phone, right?
That's right. It's illegal to hold onto your phone and do things like texting, talking to a call, scrolling through social media, or generally using any cell phone app. It's okay to pick up the phone, they say, while you're stopped at a red light or parked.
Which could still be dangerous and distracting.
Yeah, that's another thing. Have you noticed, like, when you're at a stop sign, especially when it's like one where there's a left turn arrow and there's like somebody right in front of you, and those arrows only last like 10 seconds, and it turns green and you're behind the car and you're like, okay, go, go, and you can see they're looking at their phone. They're not paying attention. That one will get a honk from you.
Oh, yeah. That's what the horn's for.
So, but how are we going to tell if people are doing that now that we'll have darker window tint for our cars?
I'm about to go get my windows tinted.
Act 143 will now allow you to have a tint level of 25%, which lets less light in, down from the previous limit of 40%.
It's confusing because it's letting in 25% of light instead of 40% light, right?
Yes.
The numbers seem backwards, but it's not.
Right. Yeah. So it'll actually be darker.
Darker tint.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went to Glass Tint, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Did a story there. You can watch that. Get some background on the new laws. So it deals with the front two windows. The back windows stay the same.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right.
Because they could always be darker.
Sure. All right. We got more calls coming in on the BOM Bank talk line. Let's go to those. Good morning. You're on Talkback.
Good morning. Y'all may have already talked about this, but I had to call and make sure somebody was aware that they need to get the police department on Monroe Highway on Monday. The traffic is going to be so atrocious. They need to have, and maybe I'll get a hold of Basco, and they need somebody there to turn on Military, and then they need somebody at off Military where you go up Edgewood to get on the expressway. The traffic is going to be backed up for miles. If Pineville doesn't plan for this and going home, it's going to be the opposite because people are going to get off on Edgewood and there's no light there when you get off on Edgewood, and all of the people are going to be coming the other way. Pineville needs to plan for this instead of, oh, well, we didn't think about it. So, it's going to be a nightmare. Y'all don't, it is really going to be a nightmare.
Yeah, just letting people know he's talking about when they're going to shut down the 165, 167 interchange over in Kingsville and Pineville. That's actually Tuesday, but yes.
Okay, all right. Yeah, it's going to be an absolute, it's already, piled up every morning, but it's going to be an absolute nightmare now if they don't have some police at those intersections to keep those lights, the people going, stop the other traffic or whatever. It's going to be a bad deal. Yeah. And then they're going to really hear the wrath of God on Tuesday. On Tuesday, yeah. All right, thank you. I'll enjoy the show.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I forgot to tell you, well, you won't be here Tuesday, huh?
No.
I'm going to have to tell Nathan he needs to find another co-host because I need to go out there and report on that. Because it is going to be a little jumbled up.
Right, right.
I'll just call in every once in a while, like, here's your traffic update.
All right, well, we'll have to work on that.
Yeah, I'll think about it. You want to come in?
I could.
You're like, no.
Theoretically.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I should have said that off the air.
Yeah, I'm like trying to think through this. I'm like, can I do this practically? All right, let's go to another call. Good morning, you're on Talkback.
Hey, good morning. Thank you for taking my call. As someone who has observed driving for the last 43 years,
you've seen it all.
I've seen a lot, but this is another problem that's exacerbated by the breakdown of the family. Because when you had my kids, before they went to the driver's ed, which I don't know if you've ever been through driver's ed, but they don't. I don't think they teach. Anyways, my kids were trained. I trained them how to drive, and then on the back roads, and then for their test, I took them to the circle. We went through the circle on a Saturday, picked a early Saturday morning for each of them, went through 4 or 5 times each exit. Then we went to IHOP, got some breakfast, waited for the traffic to populate, and then we did it again live with live traffic. And I made sure that they knew what they were doing. Well, as the families are breaking down, these are people that are buying cars that have never had anything but driver's ed. And driver's ed, I heard a horror story yesterday. This woman told me that they took her daughter and drove her to Ellick, and she went to the circle her first day. And the guy slept on the way there and the way back. So, what do we expect? And so anyways, it's another bad effect of the breakdown of the family because these people are not being trained by concerned parents, the people who love you more than anyone in the world, on how to drive. And for those listening, if you have kids or grandkids, if you teach them to clear every intersection, that means anytime there's a way that's crossing your path, you train yourself to look left, right, left, and not trust a red light to keep you safe or not trust a stop sign to keep you safe, then you greatly diminish the odds that your child will die in a car wreck. All the other things are academic. There's lessons for all of them, but that's the most important. Clear every intersection. All right, thanks. Y'all have a great weekend.
Yeah, appreciate that. And I do that too. You have to. You've got to be proactive, especially down here in Louisiana.
Defensive driving. I grew up driving my dad's little tiny truck.
Yeah.
What do they call those trucks? It's like the old
like a Nissan?
Nissan, whatever you call them. And just driving in the field, driving on the dirt roads, the gravel roads. One time I almost got it stuck in a pond. I'm like 12, 13.
Oh, wow.
You're young.
Yeah.
Because it's Fairview. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He wouldn't let me go on the highway, but yeah, you just kind of grow up doing it.
I can imagine you driving at that age.
I will say too, and every person is different, but man, sometimes kids are just, you can do all the teaching you want.
Yep.
They're just dumb.
They think they're bulletproof.
They are.
Back is sponsored by The Clinics with 27 providers and 3 locations. Someone can see you today. Stick around. More of Talkback is on the way.
Hello, I'm Dr. Noah Miller. I'm the new guy at the clinics. I'm a family medicine physician from Vedrine, Louisiana, and I'm now accepting new patients. Call today for an appointment. The clinics offers a wide range of services, including primary care, family and chronic care, urgent and acute care, on-site lab and x-ray as well. Same-day appointments are available, and we accept most insurance and Medicare. Experience exceptional care at the clinics. 1587 North Bolton. Call 445-9823 or reach us online at theclinics.us. Looking forward to seeing you at the clinics.
Talkback. To take part in the show, call 442-8255. That's 442-TALK.
Other laws going into effect today. Betting on elections is now illegal. Who knew Who knew that was a thing?
That's actually one I could get into, I think. Because it's really interesting.
Yeah. Also, frog hunters who venture out at night are no longer prohibited from carrying a gun. That's good, because if you encounter like a 700-pound frog, you want to definitely be strapped.
Why was that illegal? No guns at night or something?
I have no idea.
Huh. That's interesting. Sounds like a very Louisiana thing.
I'm going to guess that most of the frog hunters who venture out at night probably isn't carrying a gun.
They kind of do what they want.
If I just had to guess, but now it's official. So
I'm going to catch you in the woods of like Catahoula or something.
Exactly. All right, much more talk back coming up in hour number 2. So stay with us here on a Friday here on KSYL.
You've been listening to Talkback. The opinions expressed were those of the hosts and callers, and not necessarily those of Cenlaw Broadcasting. FM 104.9, AM 970, KSYL, and KRRV 100.3 HD3, Alexandria. It's 8 o'clock. This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. The job market has slowed way down. The Labor Department's just released numbers for July. They show employers added a measly 73,000 positions. That's lower than the 100 to 120,000 analysts were expecting. And it turns out the previous months were even worse than first reported. Business analyst Jill Schlesinger.
In May, we had a revision down by 125,000 jobs. The initial report was 144,000, now just 19,000. The June report was revised down by 133,000, from 147,000 to 14,000.
A Federal Reserve governor's broken with Chairman Powell again. Michelle Bowman said today putting off an interest rate cut, as the Fed did again this week, could result in further deterioration of the labor market. The White House says the president's new tariffs will incentivize companies to move production to the U.S. and create more jobs here. Hours before they were set to kick in, he added a new surprise round to take effect next Thursday. CBS's Jolene Kent says many are worried.
I've talked to a couple of business owners overnight, and they say this uncertainty has just heightened, and they're looking at the holiday season thinking, oh my gosh, what about what I'm going to be able to sell?
A run on iPhones helped Apple to a strong third quarter. CBS's Michael Wallace.
iPhone sales were up 13% from a year earlier. Alex Coffey is a senior trading strategist at Charles Schwab.
This is about as positive of an iPhone story as we've gotten from Apple in probably the last 3 years.
Apple CEO Tim Cook says many customers upgraded their iPhones ahead of the tariffs.
Middle East envoy Steve Witkoff and Ambassador to Israel Mike Huckabee got a first-hand look at the hunger crisis when they visited a food distribution site in Gaza today. The BBC's Emmer Nadar from Jerusalem.
These are aid distribution sites that have been linked to deadly incidents. We just heard from the United Nations yesterday that they've counted over 850 Palestinians who've been killed near these aid distribution sites. The majority alleged to have been killed by Israeli troops, says the United Nations.
Massive flooding washed out roads and train tracks across the Northeast. The iconic platform at New York City's Grand Central Station was covered. Waterfalls flowed inside subway stations. CBS New York's Elijah Westbrook at a Long Island Railroad stop.
Overnight, they did send out crews to inspect the tracks, look for any problem spots. They're looking at the tracks themselves, even the roadbed, because it was an absolute mess out here.
A 13-year-old boy died when he was sucked into a sewage drain pipe in Maryland. Dow futures down 366. This is CBS News.
Progressive Insurance, with insurance for cars, home, boat, motorcycles, RVs, and commercial vehicles at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and Progressive.com.
A couple years ago, I was in the bathroom at the airport when I dropped my smartphone in the toilet. Not smart. I was multitasking when I should have been focused on the job at hand. Embarrassing, but I'm not alone. According to Google, 7 million other multitaskers accidentally dropped their phones into the bowl last year. A gentle reminder that right now you can get yourself a brand new Samsung Galaxy A36 absolutely free with a $35 plan from Pure Talk. The A36 comes with scratch-resistant Gorilla Glass and a battery that'll last all day, along with unlimited talk, text, and data on America's most dependable 5G network. In other words, it's tough and smart. Something to think about next time you're multitasking and the necessary. Just dial pound 250, say keyword Mike Rowe to get your free phone today. You can make the switch in just 10 minutes. That's pound 250. Say Mike Rowe to switch to a no-nonsense smartphone and a company that actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
There's no better description than to say St. Jude is a place of hope. My name is Lindsay. I'm alive today because of this incredible hospital and the generosity of so many who wanted to support it.
Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org. Louisiana Radio Network, I'm Colleen Crane. A warning from the Department of Health about potentially deadly bacteria.
The state is seeing elevated levels of Vibrio vulnificus in coastal waters.
It lives and occurs naturally there, so it's not considered to be a contaminant.
And state epidemiologist Teresa Sokol says it's proven to be deadly.
We've seen 17 cases so far, and 4 of those individuals have unfortunately died.
Sokol says the bacteria can cause illness when an open wound is exposed to open waters, or when someone eats raw seafood, especially oysters. I'm Case Kieschnick.
Another kind of warning, if you use your cell phone while driving, beginning today, it's illegal to have your cell phone in hand while driving. Don Redman with AAA says you could face an extra $100 added to fines for other moving violations, and in certain areas, violators will be stopped solely for holding their phone and fined up to $250.
They have sole reason to pull you over strictly because you're holding your phone in school zones and in active work zones.
LRN.
Reuters Institute reports social media has become the main source of news for more than half of people in the U.S., surpassing TV channels and news websites. Before the story hits the group chat, it hits Sinlaw Update. Follow Sinlaw Broadcasting on Facebook, your community, your update.
Well, good morning. We'll start out the day with partly cloudy skies, scattered showers and thunderstorms, a possibility this afternoon. And we're taking about a 40% chance. Afternoon highs near 90 degrees. Now tonight, scattered thunderstorms early in the evening. 74 the overnight low. And then for Saturday and Sunday, looking pretty good. Partly to mostly cloudy skies both days. Afternoon highs in the low 90s. From the Sinlaw Broadcasting Weather Center, I'm Dave Gratian. 74 degrees in Sinlaw.
Talkback is sponsored by The Clinics. With 27 providers and 3 locations, someone can see you today.
It's Talkback, Central Louisiana's longest-running talk show. Whether it's the guests or the callers, Talkback is where Central Louisiana begins its conversation.
Welcome back, everyone, for hour number 2 of Talkback here on KSYL. Al Quartermont, along with Stephen Maxwell. Impromptu interview, Tom. We weren't planning this, but they were in the lobby area getting ready to go on some of the other stations. And so we have a couple of the gentlemen here who will be part of tomorrow's big Bulls, Bands, and Barrels event that will be at the Rapides Parish Coliseum starting at 6:30. And joining us in the studio are Cole, Chicken Man Fleming, and Pork Chop. Good morning, gentlemen. How are you guys?
Good morning. How y'all doing today?
Doing well. Good. Thank you for being here. So explain to us what your roles will be tomorrow. Let me start first with the Chicken Man.
So for me, I'm a professional freestyle bullfighter, and I am strictly there to just fight Spaniard, Mexican, the oldest of traditional bulls. And so within that time span, you'll have a 60-second fight. And then out of that 60 seconds, you have 40 seconds mandatory. You can do tricks. You can do any maneuvers. The risk that you take, the more you expose yourself to the bull, then the higher your points will be, as well as the judge or the bull gets judged too. And so the bull's aggression, how engaged y'all are with each other, it's really a poetic dance. It is. And so at the end of the fight, you get your point system off of that, and you find out who wins.
When you started saying professional bull, I thought you were going to say rider, and then you said fighter, and I was like, wait, I didn't even know that was a thing that we had at events like this. So how many other people would be competing in this?
So tomorrow we will have, including me, it'll be 3.
Okay.
And then we'll have Jimmy Esri, which is our bullfighter protection guy as well.
Okay.
And he'll stand in there and he'll be our safety, and we all rotate and take chances of protecting each other. So
how does one get into bullfighting?
Well, I'm 3rd generation cowboy, and my dad, he rode bulls for the PBR professionally years ago. And so it was just like, wow, like, let me get at it, go. I belong on the ground. And so all my family done it, my pawpaw, everything. And so it was just like, I got out there, and then them bumps and bruises, when you take that first lick, you're going to learn if you really, really love it. And it's going to pick you. You will know your event. You will know if you got the passion to drive for it. So that's awesome. How it goes.
It's like the Ernest Hemingway book, it's poetic bullfighting. So
it is.
Cool.
It's really beautiful, and there's no greater feeling than like, wow, I really just done that.
Wow. How many years have you been doing it now?
9 years so far, and I'm coming close on 10.
Wow.
I started at 16 years old.
So what's the craziest moment you had?
I mean, that's kind of rough to call it, because every bull that you fight, it's like magic. You don't know what you're going to get. They're an athlete just as much as you are.
Sure. So
I can't really call just one moment, because it's like every bull is a blessing. It's what we do. So it's a blessing, and I can't really put a finger on just one. Okay. So yeah.
I like the way you described it. That's awesome.
It really is.
Cool.
Well, we also have Pork Chop in here with us. That's his moniker. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing good. Always excited to come back to Alexandria, Cenla, with the Bulls, Bands, and Barrels tour, y'all. It's going to be a phenomenal weekend. Man, it's just going to be great. We've got the Bulls, Bands, and Barrels. We've got the bull riding, the barrel racing, the freestyle bullfights. And then we're going to cap it with Colby Cooper and Treaty Oak Revival, y'all. And it's right there at the Coliseum. I'm not going to lie, we're not supposed to have favorites, but this is an event that's been circled on my calendar since the 2025 tour came out.
Wow.
It is going to be so much fun.
Why do you say that?
Because at number one, and look, this is the hill I'll die on every single time. I feel like Bulls, Bands, and Barrels fans take it up another level. The energy in that Coliseum will be palpable this weekend. You'll be able to walk across the floor on it. And also, I'm pretty good friends with Treaty Oak, and I'm a huge Treaty Oak Revival fan as well. And so anytime you can put Louisiana, Bulls, Bands, Barrels, and Treaty Oak Revival all in the same building, it's going to be a pretty outstanding evening.
So it's a concert at the end of all.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. We'll buck bulls, fight bulls, run barrels, buck one more set of bulls, and then Colby Cooper will come on and he'll play a whole set, and then we will finish out the night with Treaty Oak Revival.
Awesome. I know it's always a big event for people here in Alexandria when y'all come to town.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's cool. So this tour Man, it's awesome. It's one of the things that's great about America because it really is a small town success story. This is a tour that started in a living room in Opelika, Alabama.
Wow.
And Hunter Price and his family put it together. And I came on board for my first event, I believe 2018 was my first one. And I've been off and on since then. I've been full-time with Bulls, Bands, and Barrels. This is my second year. And it has been so cool to watch this go from a tour that was 6 or 8 events only in the southeast part of the United States. And now I believe we've got 23 performances and we're truly nationwide in 21 different cities. Leading up to our finals coming up here in just a few weeks in Fort Worth, Texas. And we will crown world champion. And it's just cool to watch it grow, and it's cool to watch our fan base grow. And man, it's just, we love this tour and we love this sport. And I'm not going to lie, we love this town too.
Wow. And what's your role during the event?
So I am the entertainer. It's my job. Like Cole gets mucked out, takes a bunch of time because he's over there trying to catch his breath. I got to keep everybody else busy so they're not watching him gasp and wheeze over there. But no, that is my job. I think it's the coolest. I get to host one of the biggest parties in the United States every single Saturday night. Obviously, these bucking bulls and these fighting bulls, we use everything is live and unrehearsed. They don't, they're not trained. And so they don't always do what we want them to do. And while we're getting them sorted out, sometimes it takes a little bit of downtime, and that's where I come in. I work with the event announcer. I'm kind of like the glue. I fill the cracks, and then we polish it up, make it pretty, and just keep everybody having fun.
Sounds like it's going to be a great time. Cole, did you do any actual bull riding before you got into the fighting?
I think it was year 2021, and I was like, you know what? I'm already fighting. I've been fighting forever. Let me just see.
Yeah.
If I can be like my daddy and do it like he done it. Man, I gave it a year. I got beat up. I got bruised more than what I thought. And it came, I think, my birthday. I was so close to hitting the buzzer for the first time, being honest. So close. Man, the bull, I kissed his head, had to help me kiss his head. He busted my lips, stepped on the back of my neck. And then I was like, I'm already fighting bulls because I was doing both shifts. And then after that, I was like, I'm just going to stay on the ground. So I did. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there have been some incredible moments in bull riding history, obviously, through the years. When I was growing up, there used to be the George Michael Sports Machine. He always showed highlights of bull riding. And the famous one, I'm trying to remember the guy who got like his head busted. You probably remember.
Tough Hedeman.
Tough Hedeman, that was it.
Bodacious.
Bodacious. Bodacious, is that considered like the greatest bull of all time?
He is probably. So he is for sure a cornerstone of rodeo and traditional rodeo. 100%. That bull would not even be on tour in this day and age.
Really?
Because he's just super big, and the way he bucked hurt a lot of people. Now, when you look at great bulls now, you look at like the late Mr. Gene Owens just passed away, and he had Manhater. That was a 2-time bull of the year. I mean, you've got Bushwhacker, you've got Asteroid, you've got all those bulls that have been since that time. And the thing is, as Western sports have progressed, instead of those big, gigantic muscles in their ears jerk people down and knock their face off type bulls, it's transitioned to a more now, don't get me wrong, these bulls, instead of back in the day, instead of weighing 1,800 to 2,200 pounds, now they probably weigh 1,500 to 1,800 pounds. But as we travel more and things move more and things come more sophisticated, the stock contractors have discovered that if the bulls are a little bit smaller, you can fit a few more of them on a trailer. And obviously, the more bulls you bring, the more money you make. So it's kind of a transition. Yeah, Bodacious will always be a well-known bull, but he would not fit today's program very well.
I gotta look up this Bodacious.
Yeah, and the
yellow whale.
When he took out Tough Hedeman, that's tough to watch.
Really?
Yeah. And then we had the young man from Jonesville who was a great bull.
that guy.
Yeah.
That Chris Shivers guy.
Chris Shivers, that's it. Yeah.
He, I'm going to tell you, he is the captain of the 90 Point Club. He's a staple of Western sports, period. And a guy that I'm proud to call a great friend.
Oh, wow.
I've been knowing Chris Shivers for a long time, mainly because me and him are about the same height.
Yeah.
I hope he's listening right now.
He is truly a good guy. He is.
How do we come back from that one? Come on now. Now, when I used to go out to Kansas and work for my uncle on their farm when I was growing up, my cousin did rodeo. And we used to take the roping steers and we would put the bull riding rope on them and we would ride the roping steers. So I never made it 8 seconds on those. I couldn't even imagine being on a bull.
That's all right. You were having fun.
Yeah, we did.
We were having fun.
We would just like rope it, put the rope on it and just, okay, go.
Oh, yeah.
Just get bucked off. It was fun.
Oh, yeah.
Things kids need to do more these days, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Completely
And-
unsupervised.
And that's one thing that's cool about the Bulls, Bands, and Barrels is we've it's so neat to watch it grow into a different demographic.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're as a rule of thumb, the Western sports fans getting a little bit older. You know what I mean? And we need to incorporate some new blood, and it's so awesome because we get it's just the perfect blend of both worlds, because you get the Western sports fans that come for the Western sports part of it, and then they stay for the concert and they become Treaty Oak Revival and Colby Cooper fans.
Yes.
And then you get the Treaty Oak and the Colby fans that come and they're there for the Western sports event. And it gives us an opportunity to grow Western sports to an entire different demographic. And as a rule of thumb, a younger generation that has not been exposed to it before. And that's so cool. That's what we want to see. We want to see the kids getting back to it. We want to see the young people getting back involved in it. And that's why, our focus is on a family-friendly show. And it's an all-ages show. And we just encourage everybody to come hang out.
So the barrels, is that mostly women doing the barrel racing?
Barrel racing is women on this tour for sure.
Okay. Awesome. And that's fun to watch, too. If you've never seen it, the way they can just cut those horses so close.
Oh, absolutely. And going to have the best of the best in Alexandria this weekend, because we had so many girls enter that we actually have to have a qualifier tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock to weed through about 100 and something girls to get it down to 20 for the show. So it's going to be, it's drag racing with horses, and it's a lot of fun. And you put it in that little bitty arena inside that building with the lights and the music and the people screaming. It's it's an event all to itself.
Fun fact, my cousin in 1974, I believe, was Miss Rodeo Kansas.
Really?
So, she did the barrel racing and all that stuff. So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
This is an event that is, oh man, I get so passionate about it, so fired up about it. Like, a lot of people think like we're just there to do what we do, have fun with it, but the fans, y'all are just as important. Like, without y'all, we're not going to make a living out of this thing.
Well, exactly.
Do you get to engage with the fans during the event?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, 100%. We, and another option that's available, and look, when we say low tickets, y'all, this show is going to sell out. So if you're on the fence, I would make a decision rather quickly, or else you're going to be stuck outside. But you can also, when you talk about fan engagement, one of the neat things about the Bulls, Bands, and Barrels Tour is that you can buy an add-on to your ticket, and it's behind the chutes experience. And what that does enables you to get in the building an hour before doors open, which is pretty awesome on a sold-out show, because you can get in and get settled before the masses get in. But you also get a true blue behind the chutes tour, walk you back, show you the bulls. You get to walk out into the arena, the same intro that we use with the pyro and stuff going off. Get to hang out with myself and Cole and Bull Rider, and Miss Courtney Cuevas will be there, the barrel racer, and lots, and then on top of that, you get to meet and greet with us and hang out. You get merch coupons. You get to go to the drinks a little bit early if you want to.
You got me.
Steven just got convinced to go.
Yeah,
we were just at the Coliseum last week for another event.
Hey. They had good drinks there.
Yeah.
It was fun.
So the Coliseum here is one of my favorite buildings too, because it is old school cool.
Yeah.
It's man, it's just neat walking in there in that big old domed roof, and I don't know. It's just, I love everything about this one.
Hey, you should have been there 10 years ago when it was really old school.
Yeah.
This is our modernized version.
Before the renovation. Absolutely. All right. It is Bulls, Bands, and Barrels happening tomorrow night, 6:30 at the Rapides Parish Coliseum. You can go to bullsbandsandbarrels.com for more information. Of course, you can go to the Coliseum website to get more information about tickets. Our guests have been Cole Fleming, known as Chicken Man, and Pork Chop. Gentlemen, thank you both for being in here today. We really enjoyed having you.
Thank you. Hey, we do also want to tell you, you guys get there a little bit early tomorrow. Matt Palmer, Austin Williams, our B3 Live post show will be live right outside the Coliseum tomorrow at 4 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
And get you an insight into all the backlot stuff that goes on at Bulls, Bands, and Barrels. And super cool. It's a new venture we've launched this year, very much like the college game day experience.
Oh, cool. That is awesome.
We want fans to come hang out. And so we're all about what you're going to understand is everybody on this tour. We're all about, number one, we believe we're here because God put us here. Number two, we are here because we love this tour and the people that are involved in it and the fans. And number three, because, man, it allows us almost unlimited access to the fan base. We get to hang out a lot. It's not like we're stuffed in rooms and you don't see us, but at the showtime, we do get to hang out and mingle. And we encourage you guys to come out, B3 Live at 4, the Behind the Chutes experience, man. Just make it a whole evening and come hang out with us.
Very fun.
I'm gonna call my mama to come watch my daughter and get over. Y'all convinced me. Thank y'all so much.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank
Appreciate you. Hope you have a great time tomorrow. Thanks for coming in today. More Talkback coming up.
Talkback is sponsored by The Clinics with 27 providers and 3 locations. Someone can see you today. Stick around. More of Talkback is on the way.
Got a big day ahead of you? Then it's best to fuel up with some of Sinlah's best at Bricato's Restaurant. Walk right in and just smell that home-style cooking. Place your order, take a seat, and do breakfast right till 9:30 this morning. Get fresh biscuits, eggs any way you like them, melt-in-your-mouth pancakes, grits, hash browns, sausage, bacon, even wraps and sandwiches. And don't forget their fresh brewed coffee. Bricato's Restaurant. 28 West, right across from the Coliseum. Your breakfast is waiting for you.
If you'd like to take part in the show today, call the BOM Bank Talk line at 442-8255. That's 442-TALK. And remember, if you're looking to purchase or refinance your home, call Christina Bagwell at the BOM Bank Mortgage Department at 448-2430.
Now back to Talkback, 970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYO.
All right, we're back. How cool was that? We weren't really expecting to have those guys on. They're here. We call it the car wash when people come in and they do the tour on like Q93 and KRRV. But I saw them sitting out there and I'm like, yeah, we got to get these guys. I don't know why we always get overlooked.
Well, you know, the format of the show is a little different.
I guess they think we're too serious, but the cool thing about our show is we can do more in-depth interviews.
Yeah.
Like that one.
If they think we're too serious, they haven't been listening.
Exactly. But man, that just, every time I talk about like rodeo or cowboys, it just takes me back to my growing up years because all my mom's side of the family, we're from Western Kansas, and we would go out there every other summer. And then the summer after I graduated high school, we went out there, and I was kind of bummed because it was like the day after my high school graduation. So I'm like, hey, I'm going to miss all the parties with my friends. Got out there, and we were only going to stay a couple weeks. And my aunt was like, you know, I could use some help this summer if you want to stay. And I was like, all right, why not? And I'm like, I'll stay a couple more weeks. And the only way I could get back was to take the Amtrak train. So I'm like, yeah, let's just get a ticket for like 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks came and I'm like, let's maybe stay a few more. And to make a long story short, I stayed the whole summer, had a blast. I love doing that kind of work on the farm, you know, helping my uncles, my cousins. And at that point, you know, my cousins were a little older than I was, so they were starting to have little kids, and just being around family like that. I mean,
it's great to have that nostalgic place with those memories. You know, we all have it. Like, that's how I grew up, how you're describing for the most part, not on the farm every day, but just small town stuff like that. But my nostalgic place is like Idaho. I had a moment where I could stay the whole summer with the family over there, and I still love that place. And I had a guy that would come down. He was older, from one of the richest parts of Los Angeles, but he always came down here because he came here as a kid, and this was his nostalgic place. It's in Southwest Louisiana.
Wow.
He thought it was the greatest place in the world.
Yeah.
And the grass is always greener.
Yeah.
The plains are always, you know.
So I went back every summer while I was in college and would work all summer. Like the second I would get done with college, I'd be like, next day I'm hopping that train, you know, in Milwaukee to Chicago, all the way to Garden City, Kansas.
That's fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of great memories. And I made a whole circle of friends out there too. many of whom I still stay in touch with.
That's awesome. It's good to have a place like that.
Yeah, definitely. And the big event every summer there was the county fair.
Oh, I could imagine.
And the county fair always had a rodeo. That was the big thing that they always had.
Oh, yeah.
Was the rodeo. So
yeah. I went to Bulls, Bands, and Barrels like 7 years ago.
Okay.
8 years ago.
Yeah.
When it was kind of a newer thing around here. It was really good. They had a good band, too, afterwards. He was kind of like an up-and-coming guy. So it was a lot of fun.
A couple of years ago, they had somebody that went on to become like a huge country star.
That's what I'm saying. It was like Frank. Was it Frank something?
I don't remember.
Big deal.
I don't know country music that much. I mean, that was never really my genre.
Yeah, I hear you.
The only country music person I really kind of like listening to is George Strait.
So you should have been a cowboy is what you've been saying the whole time? I was going to mention that earlier. George Strait is by far, and I'll argue this till the day I die, the greatest country music artist of all time.
No doubt.
I love it. I listen to hits. I can just listen to it all the time.
Yep. All right, let's go to the phones on the BOM Bank Talk Line. Good morning. You're on Talkback.
Hey, Big Al and Big Steve, how y'all are there?
Good morning. Good morning. How are you, Cornelius?
I just want to remind people this weekend at Truman Baptist Church on Broadway, they're going to have a prayer breakfast for the parents, students, and teachers of Rapides Parish. That starts at 9 o'clock. At 10 o'clock at Newman United Methodist Church on Old Ram Drive, they're going to have a Man's Health Symposium. So I'm going to try to make that Man's Health Symposium. Also, Dr. Joanna Stevens tomorrow at St. Matthew's Baptist Church. And I tell you, I'm going to really miss him. He was real good friends of my family stuff, and Dr. Joanna was just a great personality. He was and he made some, boy, I tell you, he could make some jokes out of just about anything.
Wow.
But I'm going to go to Miller and Hill and sign the book over there. That's who has him. WWE is having a special on Netflix. So y'all love wrestling and stuff, and I think they're going to do a tribute. And the next big thing this past Tuesday did a big tribute.
Yeah.
That's on the CW network on Hulk Hogan. And they're selling all kind of Hulk merchandise everywhere.
Oh, I know they are. Yeah. I think this weekend is SummerSlam, I believe.
Wow.
I feel like, and maybe this is because I've been paying attention to it more because y'all are talking about it, but I feel like wrestling's making a resurgence.
It kind of has been, yes, and it moved to Netflix this year for Monday Night Raw instead of USA, so I think that maybe has helped it a little bit. It definitely has a popularity, yeah, for sure, which, is interesting because when it debuted on Netflix, it was out in Los Angeles, and they brought Hulk Hogan out, and he got kind of lustily booed by the audience.
I remember that.
Yeah, which I saw Jimmy Hart, who used to be his manager, said that it really devastated him that was the reception that he got. And I think probably probably most people out there in LA were more liberal type people.
Oh, yeah.
So
probably.
Yeah.
Going back, Frank Foster, someone commented. I think that's who it was.
Yes.
For Bulls, Bands, and Barrels.
I think so too.
Yeah.
So they've had some people that have come and then they've gone on to some big success, which is really cool.
Yeah.
They are successful right now. Yeah, my two of my sons are going to go tomorrow. They're
cool.
excited about it.
I'm going to try.
So you're going to go now?
I'm going to try.
Yeah.
My parents have been coming up every other weekend, but I don't know if it doesn't bother them too much.
I mean,
don't know.
Look, if I were only 45 minutes away from my granddaughter, I'd babysit all the time they want.
No, I hear you. It's just, when you ask the same thing every weekend.
Yeah.
I don't know. They might be busy. Maybe my wife's mother could do it, but she's really busy too. Al, or what do y'all do on Saturday?
Well, we're actually going up to Shreveport later today to see Al.
Oh, good.
We'll be there tomorrow.
Good. Okay.
Otherwise, we'd be happy to babysit her.
I know you would. I might hit you up on that.
Okay.
I'll tell you off air. No one cares. My wife made nursing school at NSU St. So we're excited about it. She got the letter yesterday.
Congratulations.
She's been working hard at that. So
that's awesome.
Maybe I'll tell my mom, like, hey, this happened in our life, and
we're going to celebrate.
Can you come watch Sophia?
Do they listen to the show?
My parents?
Yeah.
No, they don't even watch me when I was on TV.
I can relate. I always used to tell my wife, or tell people, There's no one less impressed with what I do than my own family.
100%. It's not like they're not impressed, like they're proud and they like,
Yeah.
you know, I think they like to say my son, you
Right.
know, is on TV or whatever, but it's just they don't watch. My dad's like, what are you doing again? You
Now,
know?
my mom, when she was still alive, she would listen to the show on the app out in California. So, man, she would have loved listening to the two of us together.
I know. I miss your mom. She was an
Yeah.
amazing person.
Yeah, she was.
I was, I don't know if my dad just doesn't want to listen because he's afraid I'm going to, like, make all the conservatives mad because he's super conservative. He's like, I don't know if I want to listen to what you have to say. And I was like, you know, if you're not, like, die in the wool, what is the word I'm looking for? Die in the wool MAGA or...
Yeah.
You're automatically a liberal.
Right.
So I wouldn't consider myself either of those, but, you know, it is what it is.
He's an independent journalist.
It's not even that. I'm just honestly just like, well, it just depends on the situation.
Yeah,
You know?
I got you. I got you. All right, we'll take a break. More Talk Back coming up.
Talkback is sponsored by The Clinics with 27 providers and 3 locations. Someone can see you today. Stick around. More of Talkback is on the way.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. U.S. job growth cooled sharply over the past few months, further evidence that the labor market is shifting into a lower gear. Payrolls increased by 73,000 in July after the prior 2 months were revised down by almost 260,000. The jobless rate ticked up to 4.2%, and that matched estimates. Shares of Apple are higher ahead of the opening bell. The company reported its fastest quarterly revenue growth in more than 3 years, beating Wall Street estimates. Earnings also beat projections. Demand picked up for the iPhone and also other products in China. Amazon is lower ahead of the open after projecting weaker than expected operating income and trailing the sales growth of its cloud rivals. The results left investors looking for signs that Amazon's big investments in AI are paying off. President Donald Trump unveiled a list of new tariffs just ahead of his August 1st deadline. The result will be higher tariffs on goods from almost all U.S. trading partners. Gina Cervetti, Bloomberg Radio.
Well, good morning. We'll start out the day with partly cloudy skies, scattered showers and thunderstorms, a possibility this afternoon. And we're taking about a 40% chance. Afternoon highs near 90 degrees. Now tonight, scattered thunderstorms early in the evening. 74 the overnight low. And then for Saturday and Sunday, looking pretty good. Partly to mostly cloudy skies both days. Afternoon highs in the low 90s. From the Cenla Broadcasting Weather Center, I'm Dave Gratian. Currently 75 degrees in Cenla.
To take part in the show, call 442-8255. That's 442-TALK 970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYO. Now back to Talkback.
Oh, my goodness.
I forgot all about that.
Oh, I did too. In fact, I was going to play this soundbite coming out of the commercial, and I forgot, but let's go ahead and play it.
It goes into effect tomorrow. Yeah. As you know, a federal appellate court today heard oral arguments about whether or not you had the authority to unilaterally impose those tariffs. I'm not going to get you to weigh in on the legal arguments, but you're weighing your decision to do that, your authority to do that based on a 1977 law. It's never been invoked before. Why didn't you invoke this law? Well, we've been winning all along. I just want to ask you, why didn't you invoke this law in your first term? You could have taken in billions upon billions of dollars in your first term, but you waited until your second term.
Yeah, because in my first term, I was fighting lunatics like you who were trying to do things incorrectly and inappropriately to a president that was duly elected. And we did do certain tariffs in the first term. If you look at China, we took in hundreds of billions of dollars from China. But when COVID came, the last thing I was going to do is tell France and Italy and Spain and a couple of other countries that we're going to hit you with tariffs. We had to fight the COVID situation when that came. But if you look at my first term, we took in hundreds of billions of dollars worth of tariffs, but you people didn't cover it very well.
That was President Trump yesterday. That was during the news conference they had to announce the restoration of the Presidential Fitness Award. And then he, as he always does, takes questions afterwards. And that reporter, who happens to be with a former company I used to work for, was asking him about the 1977 law. Why didn't you invoke that?
Was that John Decker?
Yeah, it was John Decker.
I was wondering if I recognized the voice.
Yeah.
I mean, look, we need checks and balances. We sometimes need a bulldogish press. I get it, but it's just like, I don't know where you're going with that question. Like, is he trying to say that he's trying to do it now that he knows it's illegal and he's going to get out the next time? Is that what it is?
I didn't really understand where you're going with it either. But the thing that bothered me about it, like just listening to the tone of his question.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the president of the United States. Have a little respect.
And it's just like, and I was talking to somebody about this the other day, like this whole shtick on the left and the right that doesn't like him.
Yeah.
Whoever it is, like they're just outraged, fascist, Nazi, my gosh, the country's crumbling. He's a dictator. It's not working.
No.
You got to come up with another plan.
Right.
And then you see Jasmine Crockett, who's trying to do the opposite, but it comes off as stilted.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah. Yes.
Like they are completely, they don't know what to do.
Right.
Like the left is completely confused as how to handle the situation.
Yeah.
So I say, even though I don't agree with everything, let him put his stuff through as long as it's legal. I want whoever is president in the Congress to get what they said they're going to do done, because I want to see if it works.
Right.
Right. I want to see if this is the right experiment. And so that's never going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, already the money we're collecting from tariffs is really impressive. If anything, I'd love for them to just put that money toward paying off the national debt. Now, the president has talked about maybe sending some rebate checks back to the American people. I guess I'd be on board with that too, if they want to do that. It's funny because if you go back to, 1913 under Woodrow Wilson, you had two major things developed: Federal Reserve and the Internal Revenue Service. And think of the trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars that have been ripped off from the American people just from those two developments. So we used to fund the country largely through tariffs, and that's part of what the president's vision is.
Well,
now I was listening to CBS driving in this morning, as I always do, and the first story was about the tariffs, but every aspect of the coverage of it was negative, and how this is going to hurt the country and make us spend more money and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, you all been saying this for 6 months. We haven't really seen that. Maybe in some sectors we have, but the president's whole point all along has been he's sick of America being ripped off by the world.
He's been saying that since like the 80s.
He has.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you watch, like, even when he was on like Oprah in the 80s, the things he said then are basically the same thing he's saying now.
Yeah, and he was very clear about what he wanted to do. This is what he was going to do.
Right.
And the American people made a decision. So let's see what happens when we do it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking. I don't know if they're the smartest thing to do. I've heard it explained that tariffs are good for what's the word I'm looking for? Like a burgeoning, like growing economy, not one that's already as a powerhouse. But let's see if it works. That's all I'm saying. I want to see if it happens. But here's the thing. This could be something we see work way down the road when Trump is long gone.
True. Yeah.
And sometimes you could see a president's economic policy, you don't see the positive effects of it until maybe another president from another party is in.
Right.
Right. It just takes time with these things.
You're right. All right. Let's go back to the phones on the BOM Bank Talk line. Good morning. You're on Talkback.
Look, I'm not holding my phone. It's on my car's Bluetooth. Can you understand me all right?
We can hear you. Yeah. I know you can't hold your phone anymore.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, my car locks on to it no matter what. Anyway, if I'm not mistaken, didn't you have Dr. Peter McCullough on a while back?
I don't think we've ever had Peter McCullough on. Maybe Moon did.
I don't know who that is.
Well, wonder if you could see about getting him on to talk about not COVID mess, but this bendazole and ivermectin for treating some kinds of cancer. I would say all some. I just wonder if you could get him. You need to spell the first one, the F word.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I've read lots of articles about it, and
I know who you're talking about now.
Yeah.
Do you think you could get him on someday and talk about it?
We can reach out and try. Yeah, I'll see if I can dig around and find a contact.
Okay, well, I hope. I know couple of doctors have told me, said, "Oh, that's a hoax. It won't work. Killing your liver." And then another thing, I hate to be recalled, one article said, "Well, now this is maybe his opinion, maybe others too, that doctors and drug companies are not really interested in the cure. They just want to maintain the situation, keep you going on as long as you can." I don't know, but I wish you could get it more.
Right. Okay, well, we'll work on it.
Thank you.
Thanks for that. Appreciate it.
Love the show. Have a good weekend.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you, and we'll be right back.
Talkback is sponsored by The Clinics with 27 providers and 3 locations. Someone can see you today. Stick around. More of Talkback is on the way.
The clinics welcome Dr. Noah Miller, family medicine physician, to our team. Dr. Miller from Vadrine, Louisiana, is now accepting new patients. Call today to schedule your appointment. The clinics offers a wide range of services, including primary care, family and chronic care, urgent and acute care with on-site lab and x-ray. Same-day appointments are available, and we accept most insurance and Medicare. Experience exceptional care at the clinics, 1587 North Bolton. Call 445-9823 or look us up online at theclinics.us.
A message from Israel Air Conditioning and Heating.
Yeah, my mama, she told me to pick up and call Israel Air. She told me Israel Air. She told me. She said they'll come running with comfort beyond compare.
And a very fair price.
Because you know we're all about your comfort, no troubles. Call 442-6657. That's 442-6657. We're all about your comfort,
To take part in the show, call 442-8255. That's 442-TALK. 970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYO. Now back to Talkback.
Yeah, I got a text from a friend of mine who's enjoying his summers up in northern Wisconsin right now. He said another way to avoid the Kingsville mess, head north to Wisconsin, where the morning temperature today is 47 degrees.
Dang.
That means it'll probably be in the 70s today.
That's pretty good. Just wait till winter.
With no humidity.
Wait till winter.
Yeah, well, he comes here in the winter.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he spends his, June through September, I would say, up there, and then comes back down here.
Who is this again?
Larry Jorgensen.
Okay.
Yeah, he lives on Spring Bayou.
Really?
Mhm.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly like the hot weather. I enjoy, the disgusting humid weather here. Yeah, I like it.
What, are you sick?
I guess. It's just, it's like his pig going back to his own slop, right?
The one thing I have always said about it, I've never had to shovel it, so I can deal with it.
Yeah.
So, kind of going back to talking about Trump and things, because we didn't really talk much about national politics too much this week, but did you see yesterday some more records were declassified in the whole Russian scandal thing, and they declassified some of the pages from the Durham report, and they really are very indicting of Hillary Clinton, that basically the entire Russia scandal, Russia hacking the U.S. election, interference, blah, 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 was all part of a diversion to move people away from paying attention to her email scandal.
Color me shocked. I can't.
Catherine Herridge is a great reporter.
Yeah.
And she is covering this quite a bit. I'm seeing people like Matt Taibbi, Schellenberger, some of the other really good independent journalists that are all over this story, and nothing from the national media.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And what people keep saying is the reason why is because they were in on it. And I'm like, that's hard to believe in some ways. But then,
is it? Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, all these people hobnob together, especially the leaders of these organizations.
Right.
I don't like to be, I'm not a conspiracy guy.
Right.
I really work hard not to be. But it's just like, come on. It's all the same circle.
Yeah.
All it is.
I don't see how this is not the biggest story in America right now. And the only way I can say that it's not is because I think people have been conditioned to A, not pay attention, B, not care, and C, just dismiss it if it's not coming from their camp.
I think the Democrat Party should just do like a phoenix or something. Just let it all burn down. Let the old heads burn down and try and start something different.
Something new.
Because they're in shambles.
Yeah.
And that's not because I disagree with everything they do. I'm observing this, as objectively as possible.
I mean, if it weren't for gerrymandering, they wouldn't even be close to owning the House either. And I know that in Texas, there's a big push right now to change a lot of the gerrymandered districts, and that could swing a lot of the congressional seats back to the Republican way. But they're looking closely even at like what's been going on in California and some other states. I mean, if you look at the gerrymandered maps, they're absolutely insane.
It's everywhere, though.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Including
and both parties do it.
Louisiana's 5th district.
No.
Yeah, but most parties don't do what Louisiana does, where the Republicans in control give the Democrats.
Well, they had to. They had no other choice. I'm trying to think how close could they
The choice they had would have been to do nothing and let Shelley Dick make the district and then appeal it, and it would have gotten struck down. That was the choice. But they had the special session and came up with this map that is probably going to get thrown out eventually as well.
Well, he'll be in for one term, I guess.
Maybe two. I think now what I've been reading is that the Supreme Court really, really, really wants to look at this issue, not just because of the gerrymandering issue, but also as it relates to the Civil Rights Act. And there's a provision in the Civil Rights Act that's kind of mandating a lot of this that they may overturn.
So, okay, they used the Civil Rights Act portion to redraw the map, at least that federal judge did.
Yeah.
How else do we determine how maps are drawn? Because they just look ridiculous as is.
Well, I mean, the whole theory behind what happened in Louisiana was that a third of our population is black. So therefore, out of our 6 congressional districts, 2 must be majority black. But the problem with that is you don't have that concentration of population. It's more spread out. I mean, it's concentrated, sure, in places like New Orleans and Baton Rouge, and even cities like Shreveport and Lake Charles, Alexandria, but you don't really have any kind of map that would make that into 2 predominantly black districts unless you gerrymander it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I understand that. I'm just like, how do we draw maps anyway? Like, what are we basing it on?
Yeah,
from
that's
the
a good
start?
question. I'm not
Because
sure.
they're all just jumbled up and,
Right.
Because I don't know how much Mike Johnson's district, the majority of it's up in Shreveport. How much do we have in common with people in Fort Polk?
Right.
That seems more like a Lake Charles district to me, or an Alexandria district.
Yeah. You'd think like Scalise would be more with Fort Polk than Mike Johnson.
You mean Clay Higgins or?
No, isn't Scalise the Western?
He's New Orleans. Steve Scalise, the majority whip.
Let me see if I can find.
Well, he's from New Orleans because that southwest portion is Johnson's right now, but Clay would be like Lafayette, Lake Charles.
All right. Yeah, I might be wrong on that.
By the way, Cleo's going to be in town.
You're
Representative
correct.
Cleo. will be here.
I stand corrected.
Yeah.
So yeah, the congressional districts. I'm just looking at the map here. Yeah. So the 3rd congressional district is Clay Higgins.
No, he's from Lafayette.
The way Mike Johnson, the congressman, not state representative. I mean, his is almost, if you take Louisiana, cut it in half from top to bottom, and then left to right, he would have like that upper left quadrant, except for the parts where that gerrymandered district cuts right through the middle of it.
But it was still kind of weird anyway from the start.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't know if gerrymander is the right word, but that's obviously a awkwardly cut out district, Congressman Fields.
Right.
But they're all just awkwardly cut out, in my opinion, too.
Yeah, the only one that kind of makes sense is like the 2nd district, or even the 1st, if you look at those.
Because of New Orleans.
Right. I mean, the 3rd to some extent, although you would think like the 3rd, I don't know. I think, I would guess normally it's probably divided more by population so that you have sort of an equal number of representation in terms of the population. But it doesn't really work like that.
Yeah, it's tough. It's something that's been going on, I think, since the beginning of the country.
Well, and Moon has been harping on this issue for weeks now. This is like his number 1 beef that he has.
Non-stop. Every time I turn on.
Yeah, I know.
Congressman Fields.
Yeah.
He'll be in Pineville next week.
On Monday.
Monday at Mount Zion.
6 or 6:30?
6.
All right. Another late night for Steve.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to go to town halls. I gotta cut the line somewhere. I'm gonna reach out to Congressman Fields and see if he'll come on earlier.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, we'd love to have him on.
Absolutely.
They've never reached out to us.
I used to have him on my TV show in Shreveport a couple times.
Okay.
Yeah. Because he had a little bit of Shreveport in that district.
That's so crazy.
Yep.
Hey, let's go back to the phones. Good morning. You're on Talkback.
I'm not going to take but a second. I told you before, I'm not real smart. I'm going to ask you a question and I'll get off the phone, okay?
Okay.
Who's this guy by the name of Jerry Mander?
He used to play shortstop for the Mets.
Cool beans. All right. I thought I'd ask that question. I'm going to get off the phone. I want you to explain to me what gerrymander is, okay?
Okay.
God bless. Bye.
All right. The simple definition of gerrymander would be creating districts that are carved to cater to certain populations
or certain opinions or
political
devices.
Let me just do this simple. What is gerrymandering? And see what it says.
You fudge the lines to make it benefit you.
Manipulating the boundaries of an electoral constituency so as to favor one party or class.
Yeah.
There you go. As the Brennan Center for Justice calls it, it's deeply undemocratic.
How do you draw maps, though, in a fair way? Taking Louisiana out, obviously that's its own thing.
Yeah.
It's complicated. The Texas thing, too. I mean, they're hoping to get, pick up 5 extra Congress people?
I mean, when you look at California, for example, this last presidential race, I want to say they had 30-something% swung for Trump, but in terms of their congressional districts, it's only like 17%.
Okay, but here's the thing too. Like you can't. That's not like.
But if we're gonna base the maps on race, wouldn't we want to also look at basing them on party?
No, because that's another issue too.
Mm-hmm.
It's different with each election. If you looked at the New York district where AOC is the representative, they had an overwhelming amount of those people vote for Trump as well on the same ticket, and they voted for AOC.
That's crazy.
You know, it just depends on the election.
Yeah.
And the parties are changing now.
Right.
Democratic Party's going through a reckoning. The Republican Party's already gone through its. Like, the old establishment's gone for now. The reckoning's here. So it's changing. You know, we're seeing more of a populist bent towards things.
Yeah.
And Tony, that's where the left's going to go. And I think it just depends on...
I was listening to some sound bites from Mondami yesterday, the guy from New York, because people are questioning him about... Like all of a sudden he's throwing support or, verbalizing support for the police officer that was shot and killed the other day. And people are like, we thought you were kind of against the police. And his answers are so non-answers. That guy's scary.
When you during a primary, you're more extreme to your political party, and then you move to the center.
Unless you're Trump.
In a general election.
Unless you're Trump.
Unless you're Trump. Yeah.
All right. Back to the phones. Good morning. You're on Talkback.
Good morning. I've been listening to you talk about these districts.
Yeah.
If you want to change a district, keep the lines. If a political party wants to make that district Republican or Democrat, move with your feet. Get these people to move. If you want this, same for party-wise, color or ethnic. Move with your feet. I think that would satisfy everything. You wouldn't have to change anything in the state.
Yeah, because, the thing is, at the end of the day, almost in any election, you're still seeing less than half the people go out to vote.
Yeah.
Well, that's another problem. It's not my problem. I go to vote.
Same.
The problem we need to motivate people to get out and vote, I guess.
Yeah.
You're frozen again. But, yeah, it's just, but a lot of the times in Louisiana, though, we have all of these random elections that are, I feel like we need to have less elections, maybe get those numbers up,
That's a good idea.
Yeah, because we'll have like elections just like on bond proposals in some random special election, and that doesn't get people engaged, and that's going to have a low turnout, and the state spends money to do it.
Yeah. And it seems like the when they have those special elections or those off popular elections, it's usually when they're trying to pass the taxes down.
Yeah, and I'm like very politically involved. I love politics. It's one of my favorite pastimes. However, I've had times where I even covered it on the news, and the Saturday came and went, and I was like, oh crap. I didn't actually go and vote. So it happens. It's just pointless. But it's just like if you have like a big congressional race or a presidential race, I mean, it's a different situation.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for the call this morning.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. All right. We're back right after this.
Talkback is sponsored by The Clinics with 27 providers and 3 locations. Someone can see you today. Stick around. More of Talkback is on the way.
Dentures. You can't live with them, and you definitely can't live without them. But what if we told you there's a better way? Today's Dental in Pineville is here to revolutionize your smile. Say goodbye to old-fashioned adhesives and endless appointments. They've made getting implants incredibly simple, low anxiety, and affordable for everyone. Picture this. In-office IV sedation administered by a highly skilled, certified nurse anesthetist, making the procedure low anxiety and stress-free. And the best part? Their multiple finance options make implants truly affordable. Don't wait. If you're ready to replace those old-timey dentures with permanent implants, call Today's Dental on Highway 28 East in Pineville at 448-4540. It's a general dental facility owned by Dr. Jonas Gauthier. That's 448-4540. Your perfect smile is just a call away. Today's Dental, because you deserve the best.
104.9 FM, KSYO. To take part in the show, call 442-8255. That's 442-TALK. Talkback.
All right, we got about a minute left. Let's take one final call. Good morning, you're on Talkback.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Good. How are you, sir?
No, doing fair to middling. I was calling to let y'all know, I just recently got back from a trip, 6 days in New York City, and it was very heartening to see. We were staying in Brooklyn. We'd kind of go out into Manhattan and everything, but in Brooklyn, at least, all of the Mamdani signs that I saw were defaced.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
And I could have kicked myself for not bringing one of those back.
I think he's still the overwhelming favorite, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, yes, I think so. I mean, I can tell you Disney World would have been a cheaper vacation.
Wow.
Groceries up there are insane.
I went to LA 2 years ago. It was awful.
Yeah, you get somebody up there that's promising free, and we all know that's not free, but free groceries and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, they're going to vote for them. They're young and stupid.
Yeah. Well, they have to learn the hard way sometimes, don't they?
That's right. We're collateral damage, unfortunately.
I was going to say, unfortunately, we suffer along with it. But all right. Well, we're glad you made it back home safely.
Thank you, sir. Good to be back.
All right. Thank you.
Let's just let New York do what they want to do, see if it works, and let's let Trump do what he wants to do and see if it works, and we'll just compare. That's what I'm saying. I didn't say I'm optimistic about New York. It's just I want to see. I want to see what happens.
That's
You've
fair.
been listening to
Have a good weekend, everyone.
The opinions expressed were those of the hosts and callers, and not necessarily those of Cenla Broadcasting.
FM 104.9, AM 970, KSYL, and KR.